Pakistan is making significant strides in multiple critical arenas, from regulating digital finance and tightening fiscal discipline to mounting an international diplomatic campaign in response to rising regional tensions. In a move to align with global fintech trends, Pakistan's Ministry of Finance announced the formation of a technical committee under the newly established Pakistan Crypto Council (PCC). The council, which launched in March 2025, is tasked with crafting a regulatory framework for digital and virtual assets. Headed by Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb, the meeting brought together top officials including the Governor of the State Bank of Pakistan and the Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan. A key focus was creating an autonomous regulatory authority to oversee Pakistan's digital finance landscape, including a national Bitcoin wallet and strategic reserve, indicating a sovereign, non-speculative embrace of blockchain technology. Despite an ongoing ban on cryptocurrencies, the push for a legal framework reflects a shift toward responsible innovation and financial inclusion. Meanwhile, financial constraints are shaping national development priorities. Planning Minister Ahsan Iqbal revealed that Pakistan will allocate 880 billion rupees for development in the fiscal year 2025-26 out of a total 1 trillion rupees federal development budget. Emphasizing austerity measures in compliance with International Monetary Fund (IMF) stipulations, Iqbal stressed prioritization of high-impact infrastructure projects like the Diamir-Basha Dam and the N25 Expressway in Balochistan. Education and connectivity remain focal points, with significant allocations proposed for IT, tertiary education, and underdeveloped regions like Gilgit-Baltistan and merged tribal areas. Iqbal also warned of Pakistan's low tax-to-GDP ratio, urging systemic reforms and citizen accountability to improve domestic resource mobilization.
ये ज़रूर माज़रत करूँगा कि इस साल जो सूरत हाल है उसके पेश नज़र हमें आपका ताउन चाहिए होगा, क्योंकि हमने तकरीबन 1000 अरब की PSDP है, जिसमें 120 अरब रुपए वज़ीर आज़म साहब की हिदायत पे N25 जो कोयटा, पशीन और कराची की सड़क है उसके लिए मुख्तस किए गए हैं। और अगर हम अपनी टैक्स टू GDP रेशियो देखें तो पाकिस्तान कम्स अमंग द लोएस्ट टैक्स टू GDP रेशियो कंट्रीज़। पाकिस्तान का शुमार दुनिया में सबसे कम टैक्स इकट्ठा करने वाले ममालिक में होता है।
Parallel to internal reforms, Pakistan is engaging in an assertive diplomatic campaign amid escalating rhetoric from India, following provocative statements by Indian officials about Kashmir, including a demand for Pakistan to hand over Azad Jammu and Kashmir. Islamabad rebuked what it termed hostile and irresponsible remarks.
I would again reiterate this. We have been very clear and consistent in our position. I have said this in the previous presser last week, as also on the press engagement that we had on 13th of May. Our position in regard to Pakistan, in regard to engagement with Pakistan, has been clear and consistent. You are well aware of our position that any India-Pakistan engagement has to be bilateral. At the same time, we are clear that talks and terror don't go together. On terrorism itself, we are open to discussing the handing over to India of noted terrorists whose list was given to Pakistan some years ago. I would like to underline that any bilateral discussion on Jammu and Kashmir will only be on the vacation of illegally occupied Indian territory by Pakistan, and on the Indus Water Treaty, it will remain in abeyance until Pakistan credibly and irrevocably abjures its support for cross-border terrorism, as the Prime Minister has said, and would like to repeat his words. Terror and talks cannot go together. Terror and trade cannot go together, and water and blood cannot flow together.
The Foreign Office emphasized Pakistan's sovereignty and reiterated that Kashmir remains a UN-mandated issue requiring peaceful resolution. To counter what Islamabad views as India's narrative dominance, a high-level Pakistani delegation, including Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and several ex-diplomats, has launched a global outreach mission. In a post on X, Bilawal said he was carrying a clear message with him.
Hi everyone, today I've reached New York City, where I'll be leading the Pakistani delegation. We'll be visiting the United Nations and speaking to representatives from different countries to give Pakistan's message a message of peace. Recently, India launched an unprovoked, aggressive strike in Pakistan that killed innocent civilians. They targeted civilian infrastructure, including dams and worship places, resulting in the loss of innocent lives and the start of a war between two nuclear powers that was concluded through a ceasefire. But we believe that perpetual peace is only possible through dialogue and diplomacy. Peace is only possible if we resolve the issue of Kashmir. Peace is only possible if India doesn't weaponize water and attack the Indus River. And peace is only possible if we address the issue of terrorism together and don't use terrorism as a political tool to target Muslims within one's own country, within Indian-occupied Kashmir, or within the region. Pakistan's message is simple. We want peace, but peace through dignity and equality. We want peace, but peace through dialogue and diplomacy.
The group will visit New York, Washington, D.C., London, and Brussels to meet top UN and Western officials. Their agenda includes reinforcing Pakistan's stance on Kashmir, water rights, and regional stability while rejecting terrorism-related allegations as politically motivated. These efforts underscore Islamabad's strategy of coupling diplomacy with strategic messaging, ensuring that peace and international law remain central to South Asia's geopolitical discourse.